I envy those people who can sort of sit up all night writing a book. I think it must be something to do with being a gardener, really. I'm a lark rather than an owl, so I get up quite early in the morning and I tend to try and be sitting down at my laptop at about 8:30. And I write in an old barn in the sort of loft area, and I look out across my pond. I know it was Robert Graves, wasn't it, who had too good a view, so he built a wall outside his window so he couldn't see anything. I don't mind looking at something, but I do need to get stuck in fairly quickly. I tend to write between about 8:30 in the morning and probably about 2 o'clock, by which time I'm pretty spent. I can do about 1,000 words an hour, which is not bad going, really. I'm quite a quick writer. I tend not to change much. The joy in writing fiction is the escape, really, into another world, as opposed to writing non-fiction, which I've done for the last 40 years or so. I have a strange way of writing stories. Characters come to me and I get my little dramatis personae, if you like, my little list of people who are involved, and then I put them into a situation. I've got a vague idea of the sort of kind of book it is. They tend to be romantic mysteries. I get my characters, I set them off, and they in a way drive it. It sounds terribly pretentious when you say this, but I never plot a book fully, and I seldom have much more than the vague idea of where things are going. But when you are on a roll and things are moving, it's a tremendous feeling. But I think writing fiction is a classic case of the agony and the ecstasy, with the emphasis really on the agony, because you're never terribly confident that what you've written is any good. I write page turners, novels that people can disappear into, but there is always that dreadful day when you send it off to your publisher. And since I wrote my first novel in 1997, I've had this file, and I've always put my finished copy in this file, and I rip this little label off every time, and I put the label of the new novel on. So silly little superstitions. Look, the elastic's completely gone on it, but it tends, when it gets to about 3 inches thick, I know I've got a book.